I trust you can read really fast. I'm going to be making some forward-looking statements here, so that I trust you can read fast. I'm just going to go really fast on that. So I think it's exciting times for the gold industry, right? So we all know how gold price is behaving, and I think we are very constructive in the future of gold price here. And Agnico has been outperforming the market, and I would say we have a very simple recipe, and which is to be very regionally focused in stable jurisdictions. In here you can see our production for the year. A large component of this is in the Abitibi region between Quebec and Ontario. Our guidance this year is 3.4 million ounces, and we're producing about 2 million ounces here in the northern Ontario, northern Quebec. And as was said in the introduction, we're looking into growing the business. We're looking to grow the business here in Ontario by 50% by 2030. And a year ago, when I came here to share with you a bit of what's going on with Agnico in the region, we discussed about the Detour underground, we discussed about the Upper Beaver, we discussed about the exploration potential in Macassa and the growth potential in Macassa. And today, I will be sharing with you what we were able to achieve within this year, and was honestly it's something that we are very proud of. The teams are doing really good. And we are really in the exploration phase, both for the Detour underground and then Upper Beaver as well. In Quebec, as you know, we've been also expanding. We've had the completion of the acquisition of O3 with a lot of potential there as well. So the Agnico overall is in a very well position to continue to realize the opportunity that the gold price is presenting to us today. In Ontario, just a reminder here about our footprint. So we have about 4,000 employees, and we're looking to grow this by about 1,200 in the next 5 to 6 years. So a lot of our focus has been in workforce planning, in understanding the region, and we are very vested in this region. So we are here for the long term. We're here. Our plans are not short-term plans. All these mines, they have long lives, and we have a lot of exploration potential still to be realized. As you can see, the investment in exploration in Ontario has been significant, with Macassa being the largest exploration budget within our Agnico Eagle mines for the last 2 years, and a significant investment done in Detour to better delineate the potential for the underground at Detour, as well as potentially expanding the reserve from open pit. A significant spend in Ontario from both mines at close to $2 billion a year. A significant investment in the communities. So if you are from Northern Ontario and your kid is playing hockey or activities, you will have a Agnico Eagle cap or a skate guard. So we're here, as I mentioned, with a very long-term view of what our role is in the communities, and we're working towards being the preferred partner from a perspective from the First Nations that we operate in their territory, to the communities, to the government officials, to the business partners, and also our employees. As I mentioned, we have a very strong commitment with our First Nations partners and the First Nations we operate in their territory. And it's demonstrated by the numbers that I'm showing you here. We have 13 agreements and a significant contribution of business that they're partnering or First Nations business. We have about close to $500 million a year spending with First Nation business. And as well as significant contribution to the region here on wages and benefits, over $600 million a year. And as I mentioned, we're planning to grow this even further. So for a little bit of a big picture here. So for the ones that are not familiar with our operations, you know we have operations in Quebec. We have Canadian Malartic, La Ronde, and the Goldex. We're looking at operating potentially Wasamac as well. And in Ontario, we have Detour Lake, which is the largest gold producer in Canada today. And our vision is to bring Detour, that currently is producing about 700,000 ounces a year, to produce about 1 million ounces a year. Now, that will put Detour in a very exclusive club of mines that can produce that much gold a year. And when you look from a stable jurisdiction perspective, the other mines that can produce 1 million ounces of gold a year, one is in Papua New Guinea, the other one is in Russia, and the other one is in Nevada, but it's a set of 5 mines that produce 1 million ounces. So this would put Detour in a very exclusive club. Macassa is a mine that's been in operation for 90 years, is very high grade. And we do see the potential. As I mentioned, we are making significant investments in exploration in Macassa. We see the potential to expand in Macassa. We made a mature investment with a new shaft that was commissioned in 2022. That shaft and plus the ventilation upgrades that we did allowed us to realize better access to the ore body and improve the potential to do exploration in Macassa. We are realizing this now. We're seeing benefits. We're seeing the results. But we believe that we didn't capture the full potential of Macassa, and it's going to take some time, but we believe that Macassa is going to be in production for decades to come. Upper Beaver is in an exploration phase. What we're doing is we're sinking an exploration shaft and exploration ramp to better delineate the ore body. The work is already ongoing. The hoist room is up. The production hoist is in place. The work is progressing very well. The shaft sinking is going to start in Q3, Q4 this year. The collar is already done. And our view is by Q3 2027, we'll be in a position to better delineate their ore body and make a decision if we're going to continue sinking the shaft or not. We do see, my view on this is that the probability that this project is going to go ahead is very high. We still, as I mentioned, we want to do a very disciplined approach on capital investment, and that's one of the things that we are very careful with. It's how to invest the money from our shareholders, from our owners, and how to do that in a way that is responsible. So that's why this approach of better understand the ore body, better understand the gold position at that point in time, and then make a decision if we're going to go ahead or not. But I do believe that we're going to go ahead. And again, as I mentioned, we are really focused on the community and training. We understand that these projects are going to require a lot of a significant increase in our workforce. So we've been training as many people as we can, and we're very appreciative of the support that we received from the provincial government with Skill Development Fund. But we as well, we are advancing that with our own funds to make sure we're training as many people as we can. So we're reopening the stoping school in Macassa. We've been training every person we can train at the Detour. But when we look at the big picture, and today some of my colleagues are sharing with you, it's very exciting news for Northern Ontario, but all these projects are taking a lot of people. So we're focusing on how we can develop the people that live here in Northern Ontario, but as well attract people to Northern Ontario. So from a big picture perspective, short term, what we're working on is optimizing Detour. Some of you may be familiar with the history of Detour, but Detour was a mine that the mill capacity was designed to around 21, 22 million tons a year. Currently, we are milling at 28 million tons a year. So from 2020, let's say 2019 to now, we increase from around 22 to 28. We are in a journey to maximize this even further to 29 million tons a year. Macassa, we continue to realize now opportunities in the mine with the new shaft, and we're moving to optimizing the mill, because now we're mill constrained. So short term, that's our view, maximizing both of the mills. Medium term, as I discussed, Detour underground, that could bring us to 1 million ounces a year. Macassa exploration, which is I wouldn't say at that high grade of Macassa, it makes a lot of sense to invest there, because we see that's open to depth. We have historical workings that make sense for us to believe that the gold is there. an Upper Beaver project that can produce about 210,000 a year, starting around 1,000 ounces a year, starting around 2030. Long term, we continue see upside in exploration at Detour, upside in the camp in Macassa, upside in the camp of Upper Beaver, and we also have Hammer Reef project that's close to Thunder Bay that we are looking at it. And the current gold price environment, it may make sense for us to go ahead. We're still in the study phase at this point. So, to summarize here, Detour, world-class asset. We're working really hard with the team to continue creating value from this asset. The picture we have today, what we press release, the most recent press release, doesn't fully capture the exploration potential. We keep drilling. Currently, we're starting an exploration ramp at Detour, same logic of Upper Beaver, to better delineate the ore body and then make a decision. It's very similar analysis. We believe that this is going to go ahead. Once we confirm the continuity of the ore body, all the indications are leading us to believe that's not going to be an issue. Upper Beaver, right now we have the project as a mill at site, so it will be a mill at a 5,000 ton a day mill at Upper Beaver. We're designing the mill with a capacity to be expanded to 8,000 tons a day, because we do recognize the potential in the region to be able to produce more feed to that mill. So we're planning ahead. And again, with this very regional focus, which in my opinion differentiates us and what makes us in a better position, right, to withstand some variability in the market and cost control, which differentiates us to some of our peers. So that's what I had to share with you today. As I mentioned, very exciting environment for gold miners here in Northern Ontario. I think this is just the beginning. The current environmental, let's say, the environment currently from a geopolitical perspective and global stability, it's very positive for gold, unfortunately. I think that personally, I think that it's not a good thing for the world to be there, but for gold miners, or myself as a gold miner, it's a very good thing. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, happy to answer. And we're still looking for Mark. If you see Mark, he needs his microphone back.